Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jay Gonzalez. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing love languages. Do you know your love language? Do you even know what it is? Stick around and find out right after this. Welcome back to the show. And let's go ahead and kick it off, folks. This is coming from Javier all the way from Brooklyn, New York. And thank you, Javier. And he's asking, he says, I hear that the problem with dating is that we don't know each other's love language to make the relationship work. Can you break it down? By the way, are you Puerto Rican? Well, first off, Javier, thank you for submitting the comment, the topic, if you will. And yes, I am 100% Puerto Rican. So let's go ahead and kick it off, folks. And here's the thing, all right? Most of the time when you're in a relationship or whether you're married or whatever the case may be, most of the time it doesn't work because you really don't know her love language, okay? And this is sometimes the cause on why they don't feel appreciated or they don't feel loved, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down for those of you guys listening. And there's actually 5, all right, that you should fall into that category. So let's go ahead and break it down, all right, the 5 love languages. And in fact, if you ain't speaking these love languages, chances are you are missing the mark. You're wondering why things ain't working out. Okay, but it's because you ain't speaking the same language. So let's go ahead and break it down. The first one, number 1, is actually affirmation. For example, you know what? Do you like hearing, oh, you're beautiful. You know what? You look nice today. Oh, your hair looks good today. Oh, that makeup you did, the way you did it, you look beautiful, babe. Okay? If you love hearing these comments, almost like if you feed off them, chances are this is probably your love language. All right? Now, keep in mind, folks, if you are one of these people, chances are, all right, chances are that insults are very detrimental in a relationship, all right? Insults will break them down and destroy them. Then chances are that's their love language, all right? Number two, folks, quality time and attention, all right? Now, I'm not talking about spending time and you know what, she's on her phone or you're in the kitchen or she's in the kitchen and you're on your phone playing video games, whatever the case may be. I'm talking about no phones, no TV, no none of that. Just quality time together, all right? Now, keep in mind, all right, is that these type of people, you never want to cancel a date. You never want to postpone a date, all right? Because, again, it would destroy them. And, again, if these are these type of people that you're dealing with, then chances are that's their love language, which is quality time, all right? And again, this goes for women, this goes for men. Number 3, physical touch. Now, understand, folks, physical touch doesn't always have to be sexual. I know a lot of people are thinking, yeah, you know what, of course, all men and some, you know, a lot of, I would say, all women love sex, but that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is physical touch, whether that be hugs, whether that be cuddles, whether that be holding hands, whether that be kissing, whether that be massages, all right? This type of love language is definitely detrimental if you stop, okay? If there is no physical presence or any type of neglect, this will ruin the relationship. So you have to make sure that you're on top of it, fellas, with those type of people, those type of women, all right? All right, number 4, acts of service. Acts of service. Now, whether that be helping out at the house, you know what, throwing out the garbage, you know what, assisting with the dishes, helping her out with her oil change, helping out with her changing her tire, picking up the kids from school. It could mean numerous things. Acts of service, all right? Making the effort, showing her that you matter enough for me to try to take this off your plate. So I'm wanting to give you some acts of service. Now, understand these type of people, laziness, broken commitments, 100% is detrimental to this relationship. It would make them feel unloved. Okay, so again, this goes for women, this goes for men. 5th, receiving gifts. Now, let's be clear. Everybody loves receiving gifts, all right? Who can say no to receiving gifts, right? But these type of people, to them, it's not about the price. It's not about the brand. It's about the thought. The fact that you thought about them. It can be a card. It can be a poem you wrote her. It can be some flowers you brought her. It can be, a new perfume. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as, and again, especially if it's things that you know she likes, now you're speaking her love language. And again, I don't want to confuse these with gold diggers. These type of women love the gesture, the thought, the fact that you thought about them. If she's into gardening, you know what? You get her a new flower to plant or whatever the case may be, or some seeds. Now you're speaking her love language. If she loves to cook, you know what? Get her a nice new apron. Maybe, you know, some new hot mittens or whatever, you know, to take the hot stuff off the stove. So, nevertheless, learn her love language or learn his love language, ladies, and you know what? Things will be a lot better. All right? Don't miss your partner's love language and miss the opportunity of losing out on a good person because you didn't know the signs or what to look for or what she appreciates or what he appreciates. Ladies, if you know he's into sports, what's his favorite team? Hey, you know what, babe? Hey, I bought you this little beanbag chair of the Bears. Or look, I bought you this jersey with the Bears on it. You know, learn his love language. If he's into golf, hey, you know what, babe? I got you some new clubs. Or I booked us some time at the golf course. Any little thing, learn their language. And you guys will both be happy. It doesn't take a lot. It just takes a little effort to make things work. But you have to understand, both parties have to do it. This just can't be me, filling up your love, everything I can to know your love language and to give you what I need to do my part on fulfilling your love language, and you're not doing anything on your end. So none of this would work unless both of you guys are doing it. So hopefully, again, that answers your question. I do appreciate you submitting the topic today. Those of you guys watching, please let me know your thoughts. What's your love language? All right? Which one do you think best represents you? And again, sometimes it's good to know your love language based on how you were raised. All right? Did you experience love, for example, from your parents by them either giving you hugs or buying you toys? How did you feel the most love from them? And that might help you answer which one your love language is. So, those of you guys listening, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. What's your love language? All right? Have you experienced this? Am I out of whack? Do I know what I'm talking about? Let me know your thoughts. And until the next one, folks, I'm your host, Jay Gonzalez. And remember, keep it controversial. Peace out.